What is happening, guys? Welcome back to Lords of the Fallen. Today I have another farm for you. Today I have an end game farm for you. Well, I guess you could use this mid game, but you're not going to have the spell toward the end game. So you have the location earlier on, but not the actual spell to make this farm very easy to do. This is not a Red Reaper farm, so you're not going to be yielding as much as the Red Reaper, but I'm not a fan of the Red Reaper farms. It just takes too long to set up, too monotonous. This is just a lot more better, in my opinion, I think. Especially for endgame when you're just trying to level up a few weapons, works really well for that. So the first things we're going to need is we're going to need the good old moth ring. If you don't know where that is, just look that up online. I believe that's found in Upper Calorith, if I remember, but don't quote me on that. Definitely look it up, try to find it from there. The other thing we're going to need is this spell right here, Briarstorm. Now, Briarstorm does require Radiance of 35, so if you're not a Radiance build, you might struggle here, but I'm sure you could find a fire spell that kind of does the same thing. You'll have to see here what we mean here. But to get this spell is very simple. Well, it's not simple, but easy. You have to kill a Remembrance boss. You have to kill good old Judge Cleric. So go down to Offer Remembrance. You're going to have to kill this girl right here, Judge Cleric, the Radiant Sentinel. Once you kill her, though, you will have access to this spell. You can just pick that spell up for some Umbral Scourings, and you're going to be good to go. And that's all we needed to do for this farm. So once we have that, then we can go back to any vestige. We're going to rest, and we're going to warp down to the Revelation Depths. I've tried this farm in a few different places, and I feel like Revelation Depths is definitely the best one so far. Now, maybe this farm was talked about already on YouTube, I don't know, but I just found it today, and it's pretty damn great. So, once we spawn in, all we're going to do is spawn into Umbral. To our right, we're going to suck this up here. We're going to suck this parasite up over here. Then we're going to switch that spell, run right here, and cast that spell. That is going to kill everything right above us, and beside us. Once everything's dead here, then we're going to run down here, roll through all these enemies, crack open all these, run through the graveyard, have them all following us, run down here, and cast that same spell again. The reason we're running down here is so that any enemies that throw dread at us will not hit us, because there's going to be dread enemies throwing dread at us. This is just going to allow everything to die by the spell, and yeah. And the cool thing about this farm is, too, you're also going to get some great drops, too, so go ahead and suck everything up. Yeah, you should be able to suck the vigor up from over there too. And I've done this where I've gotten 3,000 all the way up to 5,000 per run. Just depends on how many enemies actually get spawned in to kill us. We'll run it through a few times here just to see the difference. I definitely would recommend looting everything though too, because there's a good chance you'll loot some vigor skulls as well that you can pop. There's a lot of good drops down here, actually. So once again, all you do is spawn into Umbral. We get that multiplier. Then we're going to take out that parasite. This parasite. Switch to this. Throw out that spell. Watch things die. Once everything's dead, we're going to take this. We're going to suck up all this vigor. And then we're going to run down here. Roll through all this stuff, roll through the graveyard, pop all these, make sure all these guys are following us. We're going to run down here so we don't get shot by dread. We're going to pop it again. You'll get some cool smite kicking off too, which is neat. Everything's going to just come and walk and die though for us. And then suck everything up. And then if there's any stragglers, obviously you can kill the stragglers. Those are the ones that can throw dread at you. So, those are the ones to watch out for when you're doing it, but you can yield anywhere from, like I said, 3 to 4 to even 5,000 runes at times. There was one time I got close to 5,000 by doing this. Most of the time, though, you're going to get about 2 to 3,000. Depending on how many enemies come up from Umbral. And then you can just rest and repeat. Pretty nice farm. Like I said, I was able to get to 43,000 pretty quick. I didn't time it, so I don't know how long this is going to take to get up to a good amount of runes that you need, or vigor in this game, I guess. but it works nonetheless. So if you guys like this farm, give it a like. Appreciate y'all, and we'll see you guys next time.